Okay, today what I'm going to do is a quick mixing and mastering tutorial. And basically my goal with this is to get you instantly, if you're struggling with this sort of thing, to instantly improve your mixes and your masters. So first up, what I'm going to do is this pink noise technique that I got from Make Your Own Damn Music channel. I'll link it in the description, as well as this pink noise sample. So basically, what we're going to do is we're going to drag it into the playlist. Here, there it is. And it's going to play over top of the music, and we're going to turn down until we can't hear it. Okay, I could just barely hear it there. And then we do that for every subsequent element in the mix. So let's go to a place where it's a bit more busy. I'm gonna mute that, or no. Mute that and that for now. Okay. Okay. And there's a synth lead over here. Okay, that's good. All right, so that's basically all of the melodic elements mixed. Now onto the drums. So for the drums, I usually link all of the drums to a single bus here, and then I'll throw on a bus compressor. It doesn't matter what compressor you use, really. I just like this one. Drum bus. Let's see. I like to get it around 3. Okay, that's good. Now we can mix the drums the exact same way as we did the melody stuff. So let's start with the kick. I like to have the kick sit. I like to have the kick sit a little bit on top of the noise just because I like to have that punch. So there's that. Let's come in. Doesn't come in until over here. Okay, that's good. Now the bass. I have the bass here. I have it parallel compressed. So on the wet one, I have this saturator and it's compressed hard, 100 threshold down. And this one has the exact same plugins, but there's nothing going on with it. And the reason for that is that there's a bit of a lag between the two if you don't have them running through the same plugins. And I'll link the Internet Money tutorial on parallel compression in the description, because that's where I learned this. So let's see. So slowly bring up the wet. Or actually, I'll show you what they sound like by themselves. So this is the dry. Right, and now this is the wet. Okay, so we're just gonna bring up the wet. Okay. I like how that sounds. So okay, and I like to have the bass a bit louder too, so it sits on top of the mix as well. So I make it a bit louder than the pink noise. But if you wanted to have a more standard, like industry standard balanced mix, you would try to make it, underneath the pink noise as whatever. Okay, so that's basically it for the mix, except for the transitions, and I usually just do those by ear. So let's see here. Melody bus on, drum bus on. Okay, wait, I'm gonna put on this so it's a bit louder so I can hear it better. Okay, where is that transition? Okay, that's basically it. One more thing I should mention is that on the I have all of, except for the brass here, but all of these melodic elements I have linked to the melody bus. And I've oh, this one isn't working for some reason. Oh, wait, because that's this. I don't know what's going on there. Kick. Okay. This one should be side chain to the clap. Why isn't that working? There we go. All right. So this is side chaining, and I'll link a tutorial for that as well from Internet Money, which is where I learned this. Basically, whenever the snares or the clap or the kick hit, the volume of the melody is ducked out of the way so that so the kick or the snare or whatever has more room to breathe, and it's heard better. See, that's basically it for the mixing. And now let's get into the master, which I'll do here in a second. I'll mix this down and okay. Okay, we're back. So I exported the beat and I put it in a new project here to master it. So here's what it sounds like. It's not mastered yet. We're going to get to that in a second, but okay. So the first thing I do is I put on a saturator. And the one that I'm using right now is Fab Filter's Saturn saturator. And I turn down the mix level. Until I get it where I want it. Then I just use the standard EQ here, the stock EQ, and I use the preset, this 20 hertz, 18 kilohertz cut. So put that on. And I use this again, but this time I use the Mix Glue preset. And let's see here. And I don't want it to do too much. I just a little bit here. Because if it's too much, it loses its dynamic range and kind of feels like the life's been sucked out of it. So I kind of, just a subtle little thing there. Then I use this Ozone, and what I do is I will go to here. Default is stereo, but I switch over to mid side, and then I go to the side and I brick wall high pass to cut out all the side information from the bottom. And there's also a maximizer there. Yeah. Because you want the low end in mono, so I probably would also do this just to be safe. Put this around, let's say 90. Then I use a maximizer. the limiter, and I don't want it to limit too hard, so just that. And then I put another limiter at the end just to make it a bit louder. Usually the beats, like the ceiling or whatever output level there, it's called over here, it's called margin, I guess. Usually around negative 0.5 is where you want it for a mastered beat. But yeah, then I put this on it just to make it a bit louder. And that's it. That's basically it. You don't have to have all the plugins or use the exact same plugins I have. Whatever you have, you could probably figure out how to make it work for you. But I mean, if you're dead set on getting the exact same plugins I have, then whatever, get them if you want them. Or if you don't have the money for them, I mean, you could always, there's always ways around that. If you don't mind infecting your computer with AIDS or something along those lines. But yeah, that's basically it. Let me know if there's any, if you have any questions, if something I didn't explain or something I explained wasn't clear enough or something like that. And I'll try to, respond. But yeah, that's basically it. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something, most of all. And yeah, peace.